Welcome to the demonstration session, and we have in front of us F&O environment in dev box. It is a one box environment, and in one box, as mentioned in my slides, that the Power BI embedded service is not included, so you will not see it running actually in play. But however, you can you will be able to develop the Power BI report and then also integrate or embed it within analytical workspace. For this, to start with, we will start with the entity store in D365. So in the F&O environment, you just need to open the burger menu, and in the system administration module, you will see in the setup group entity store menu item. So just click this menu item, and these are various measures which are available in entity store interface or page, which we can refresh. And as I mentioned in my slides, that there are two refresh options available: on demand at the top, and then automatic refresh available with different recurrence methods, which I have mentioned in my slides. So the measurement which is of interest today to develop a Power BI report is a retail sales measurement. So this retail sales measurement means that behind it there will be certain tables which are in denormalized form, and there will be certain views which are combining those tables. Views are just nothing, just like a query which are combining multiple tables, and in order to show you data from different tables. So those are called views for the new developers. So to start with, I will just select this measurement, and then I need to just click this refresh option to refresh the data with the on-demand option. So before that, I would also like to show you in my SQL Server Management Studio. You can see on the left hand side there are two kinds of databases. So first is AXDB, which is our transactional DB or transactional database, and also it is called OLTP, online transactional processing in data warehousing concept. The other one is called AXDW. DW stands for data warehouse, or it is called in Microsoft terms entity store, which is a denormalized form of the same AXDB, but it contains various tables and views once we refresh from our entity store interface here. So first I will just show you by expanding the nodes of AXDW. There are two nodes of interest. One is called tables, the other is called views. You can see there are certain tables available and certain views available. The tables are normally postfixed with materialized word, and these are as you can see in the initial prefix cust collections BI measurement underscore, and then BI company view, and different names related with the customer collection module maybe. And from the prefix you can see this prefix cust collection BI measurement itself is a measurement. So how to see this, where it is available? Cust collection BI measurement. This is available in the same entity store page. Okay, and here you will see there is a this is the credit collections V2 and V3, and then also the initial version. These are different measurements. So this cust collection BI measurement is the initial version, cust collection BI measurements. So from this name also the measurement name is prefixed in the table's name. So in this way you can automatically correlate your tables with the measurement name. Okay. And you will also see some of the views with the same tables to make it easier for your reporting purpose. So now to start with, we will refresh on demand our measurement of interest, which is called retail sales. And right now you are not seeing any tables or any views related with the retail sales. So once I refresh and it is successful, then you will be able to see here these tables on and the views related with this measure. Okay, so I will just click refresh button, and at the top I can see an info log message which is saying the measurement retail sales has been scheduled for full reset. So what is a full reset? Full reset is a batch job which runs in a batch, and you can see from the batch jobs page that this full reset will be running, and once it is run, then it will refresh our measurement. Okay, just search with the full reset and you can see it is executing. Also make sure on your development box that there is one service called batch management service. It should be running state. If it is not running state, definitely the batch services will not run. So you will not have any refresh of that measurement in the entity store. So this service must be running. So in my case it is running, and also the batch service batch job is in executing mode. If your batch job is not in executing mode, then it might be problem of batch service. If batch service is running still not executing mode, then you can try one thing. You can delete the full reset batch job from the delete by selecting it and then delete, and then again manually refresh it here. So it will recreate the full reset batch job, and then it will start the executing. Sometime it might be stuck up. So we will just wait until it is executed, and you can see now it is in waiting state. Now we will go to our entity store axdwdb, and on the tables node I will just press refresh, and you can see now there are many tables related with retail sales measurement in entity store. And also in the views you can refresh, and you can see there are so many views available here. Now what we will do next, we will just check in order to see whether there is a data available or no. Retail sales and retail transaction view, just use the select query, and you can see there is a data available in this view. So data is also populated along with the tables and views being created. Also let us see like this retail transaction entity. Okay, also here you can see the data is available. Next, what we will do, just close these queries, make a new query, and here what I will do, I have already wrote a query to save time, and I will just copy paste this query. Okay, and you can see with the colors. Okay, I will just show you. Okay, so these are our various fields which I have discussed in my slides, and how we have concatenated these months and year in number. Okay, and from this table, and joining with the inner join with the retail sales worker table, which is also available, and I will let you know about this table, retail sales worker, and select this table, and you can see the personal number along with the worker names. So I will be interested to show worker names in my Power BI report, and personal number is the join condition or the key value on which I will join the other field which is called staff in our retail sales transaction view. So I will just open again. There are various fields, and there will be one field called staff. So this is the field. This is basically a personal number. Personal number will be joining condition with the worker table, and remaining fields are self-explanatory. The warehouse will show the store, worker name, and I will just run the query and you will see the results. Okay, and you will see here the store name is coming along with the staff or salesperson who sold who sold those products or make this sales transaction for the customer, and there is a transaction date, and then you can see there is a month in the number plus literal format separated by a hyphen, and the year, and then a net amount. So this is our Power BI query. So once we have finalized this query, then we will go to the Power BI report. So to open with the Power BI report, you need to have Power BI Designer installed on your system. So first thing is Power BI Designer to be installed and Power BI Desktop to be installed, and then you will just go to select a data source or start with the blank report. What you will do, you will just select SQL Server data source, or you can also start with the blank report and later on you can select a data source from the toolbar at the top. So I will just select SQL Server from here directly. Okay, so it is asking me the server address or IP address or the server name. So I will just put here a dot. Dot means this machine itself, this dev box itself. So dot means to address the same machine. And in Microsoft standard Power BI embedded reports, it is the same. You need to put the dot. And then database name, it is optional, but we need to provide it. And the database name is obviously the entity store database, and that is AXDW. So we will just put in capital form AXDW in this way. Now we have data connectivity modes. One is import, the other is direct query. Import mode will import all the data once in your PBIX file, which is Power BI file, but we are not interested in import mode here. Since we are querying a high volume of data, so that's why also, and for Power BI embedded also, we must use direct query mode. Okay, and then we need to see here in advanced options there is a command timeout in minutes, which you can define optionally, which is we don't need to define it, and SQL statements. SQL statement we have already finalized, so we will just put our SQL statement from SQL Server Management Studio query window, and then I will place it here. And checkbox include relationships column, okay, we don't need to change anything else. Now there are four things which we have placed in this window. One is the server address, which will be dot in all the cases, except your server is not the same. But in this scenario, the same server we are targeting, and once we deploy it also, we don't need to change anything because it will be deployed in the sandbox environment and then further on the production environment. So it need to be the same, the dot. And then AXDW means database name, and direct query always in Power BI embedded, and then we have to put the SQL query which we have finalized. Okay, after this just click OK, and you are seeing now the sample data or preview data from our query. So this is the same almost which we have seen in our SQL Server Management Studio. It is almost the same, except the net amount is now only 2 decimal places, and that's it. Okay, so we will just go ahead with the load button, and it will load our data. Okay, on the right hand side you can see the query name as a default name, it is showing here. So we will just put it as a retail sales analysis, and we can also put and rename this as query. Okay, so this is our data, and on the left hand side you can see there are different views. One is model view, one is a DAX query view, and one is a report view. So we will be mostly working in report view or the model view. Model view is nothing, just just the view where you can see the relationships of or the tables or views which you have selected in your SQL query. So those will be shown as like this. This is one of the query which we have used, and it is showing us our fields or columns: month, transaction date, warehouse worker name, year, and net amount. And you can see the number fields are automatically used as a aggregate or sum function in Power BI. And on the right hand side you can see the data pane. In data pane you can see also different tables, and in our case there is only one table, and there is another pane which is a model pane, which we are not discussing here. So okay, so this is only tables view. And now you can switch to the report view, and you can little bit adjust your panes, visualization pane and the data pane to give more space to our page or workspace. Okay, and now we will need to start with what there are different visuals available in visualization pane. You can see stacked bar chart available here. So what we will select first is stacked bar chart here, and once we have selected it, it is dropped on our workspace. Once it is dropped there, then what we can do with this, we can you can see here there is a y-axis and x-axis shown here. So what we will put on the y-axis, on the y-axis we will put our net amount field. So we will select the net amount field, but it is showing us on the x-axis. So I will drag on y-axis. Okay, now it is showing on the y-axis, but it has removed the sum function here because it is the stacked bar chart. So if I convert it to the stacked column chart, and again I will just drag and drop the net amount. Okay, in Power BI we will see the data, and from the data we will just select a visual here in the visualization pane. And once we select a visualization, you can see this is the stacked bar chart visual. In the stacked bar chart visual, we will just select a net amount, and we will select a worker name. And now you can little bit enlarge it, or you can hide the filters to see it a little bit bigger size. Okay, so this is the sum of net amount by worker name, and you can see in x-axis it is showing the millions, sale amount in millions, and then the name of the salesperson or worker name. Next, what we'll do, we will place another stack column chart. Just click anywhere else, and then select stacked column chart, and just make placement beside it in the middle. And again, now you will select the net amount. Along with net amount, you can select the store, which is field name is warehouse, and you can see now the sales amount in y-axis, and the store names is on the x-axis. Next, we will select another visual which will be clustered column chart. Okay, and select anywhere and just select it in the workspace, and then we will select again the net amount, and this time instead of store we are interested in the period. So we will place month and year, but year is shown in a legend, but we are interested to put year. Okay, and you can see here in the visual that year and month are shown, but it is not sorted. I want it to be sorted. Go to sort and go to year and month. Now you can see firstly it is showing, no, also it need to be sorted ascending, sorry, January, Feb, and like previous month first, and then it is going on the right hand side. Also, it will be interesting to put the legends. Legends will make it colorful, and like in the first visual, it is by worker name. I can also put store in the legend field, and you can see now even stores are shown with the names and colors, and within the graph. Similarly, store in the store also, I can put the store field or warehouse field in the legend, so it will clarify the store columns. Similarly, in this period versus sales amount, I can put the store in the legend. Okay, but it is now not even visible, so I think it is not the best idea, so just remove. And what else we can do? I think I will put month in legend. No, month is also not a good idea. Okay, leave it as it is. But this color I don't like, so what I will do, I will go to visual. In the visual, here there is a color in visual menu. In the visual you can go to columns, and in columns you can find the color, and you can put any other color which you would like. Okay, after this what we are going to do is we need to put filters. For the filters we have here a slicer control, so click anywhere and then just put slicer control here, and in the slicer we would like to add a year filter. Okay, and also so in the style property, which is in visual menu, you can see there is a drop down option. Just select a drop down option, and that's it. Also you can copy it, just right click and copy visual and place, control V. Okay, another control V, make another copy. Then the second slicer, I need to put a warehouse filter here. Okay, so I will remove year from this, and I need a store filter, and then in the year, the next year, I would like a worker name instead of year. So there will be now 3 filters available, 3 slicers available, which will be working as filter. Okay, so I will place it here, year, warehouse and worker. Okay, then what else we can do? If you see, there is a card visual. Okay, for the card visual, I can select this card visual and place it on the left hand side. In the card visual, I will select the sales amount, and this will show me the total sales or the sales based on the filters which are applied through the slicer control. Okay, the next is another thing that I need to just adjust these visuals so that they equally occupy 3 portions of the space. Okay, next what I will do, I will just copy these visuals. Also I will copy this one. Okay, after copying, I will just change the style of this visual, and let's see which one is best for this one. Okay, so this is a donut chart, which is good. And then for this one, let me check which one. This line chart, line visual is best. Okay, now we need to little bit adjust the properties. For the properties, I will select first visual, and I will go to the formatting menu. In the formatting menu, if I go to title, I don't like this title, sum of net amount. Okay, so what I will do, this is the title of the visual. So this is basically sales per salesperson. This should be the name. Similarly, for the second visual, this one is sales per store, and the third one is sales per period or by period. It's better to put by. Sales by store. Okay, here it is sales by salesperson. Okay, and then salesperson. Okay, on the y-axis I have put salesperson because in fact it is a salesperson, and then on x-axis in the title I can put sales. Okay, similarly here also this is and here we have stores, and then we have here periods, and then we have sales. Okay, sales by periods. There is periods and sales and store sales. Okay, now this visual also I need to adjust the overall title first. Sales by stores, and then we have here sales by period. Also I will need to go to x-axis. Here x-axis is showing period, and y-axis showing sales, and that's it. This is our report, and this is Power BI report, and we will just need to save it. The name I will put PKR Retail Sales Analysis. That's it from our Power BI side. At least we are seeing the data, and data is populated in our entity store, and we can see here 8,589 rows are available. And but on the sandbox or any environment where you deploy it, you need to basically make sure that entity store is refreshed for this measurement, which is retail sales measurement. So our Power BI part is finished. Now we will open the Visual Studio for the next part in X++. and we will create a workspace for our analytics.